Donald Trump's war on Iran has created what many say is NATO's worst crisis ever.
We're very disappointed with NATO because NATO has done absolutely nothing.
Trump is furious at European governments' lack of support for the war, saying this proves his long-standing complaints they're not reliable partners.
He has an excuse in a way that he never had before because the Allies took actions that he can argue to his own publics, or at least to those who support him, as demonstrating that he has always been right about NATO.
So, will the president now make good on his threats to leave NATO? Has he already started? But can Trump just quit NATO? Turns out he can, thanks to the same document that marked the creation of the alliance in 1949. Article 13 of the Washington Treaty states that 1 year after notification, no more NATO membership. But there would still be a legal roadblock in Trump's way, put there by the man who is now his Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. As a senator, Rubio introduced a bill that would require a president to get a 2/3 majority of the Senate or an act of Congress to quit NATO. Now he echoes Trump's negative view, saying the relationship needs to be re-examined. Analysts say the president would likely be able to push through an exit despite this law. But if Trump really wants to punish NATO, he doesn't even need to go through this legal process. He can just withdraw U.S. support. Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth and Secretary Rubio have already skipped 2 NATO meetings in a row, widely portrayed as purposeful snubs. One of the more tangible concerns is that Trump will pull out U.S. troops, which provide a lot of reassurance for host countries.
From my knowledge, there is no legal or political lever that Congress, the House, the Senate, the Pentagon could use to stop Trump from beginning to withdraw U.S. troops from NATO.
The administration has already announced it won't be replacing some U.S. officials in NATO-related posts. And there are other American assets crucial for alliance operations, which Europe would be unable to muster in the near term, like intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, ballistic missile defense, and large-scale nuclear deterrence. So would NATO collapse without the U.S.? Well, not necessarily.
The good news is you can have a NATO that can function effectively even without the United States. The bad news is it takes money, which I think the Europeans are prepared to take, time, which if U.S. withdraws tomorrow, we won't have, and to some extent U.S. cooperation, because trying to rebuild the bicycle while you're on it is a hard thing to do.
For nervous allies, Trump's intentions remain unclear and unsettling.